what the deuce is going on in the United States now, right? So right now we're going to have a birthday party coming up. It's a big one. It's a double celebration because it's 250 years of independence for the US. It's Donald Trump's 80th birthday. And apparently cage fighting in UFC is coming to the world political center, which is the White House. Have you seen this story?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Like, wow, we're almost entering the age of like celebrity deathmatch or, you know, The Simpsons.
It's like that crossed with the Roman Empire or something like that.
Oh yeah, I never really thought about the gladiatorial reference to that. I wonder if they will do like a special where Donald Trump gets brought out on like a, you know, one of those chairs that gets carried by
Right.
you know, muscular men with cat face masks on, and when at the end of the UFC battle the guy's there, he's about to like finish him, and then you know, guy's about to finish him off and Donald Trump just does a little
Thumbs up,
or
yeah.
thumbs down. Like, yeah, maybe that's it. But yeah, 4,000 people are going to be on the lawn of the White House. Never been done before. I mean, you've got to love the fact he just does whatever he wants.
It's like
brilliant.
He's just kind of turned the White House into some kind of like resort. I don't, but a resort with cage fighting somehow.
Yeah. Is it on Airbnb, or has he not stretched it that far yet?
I really don't know. But didn't he build like a ballroom? Was it like the east wing of the White House or something? And
yeah, I heard it was on the plan. I don't know if he did it or not, or if he got permission to do it, but I know he wanted to. I know he's also changed some of the brass plates underneath some of the former presidents as well, which is quite funny and juvenile as hell. Like,
what does it say? Not your favorite president. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like Sleepy Joe or something. I don't know if this is true, but like I saw that, yeah, he changed the brass plates on some of the presidents to be like, yeah, worst US president in history and stuff.
Wow.
I'm sure someone's going to call me out in the comments and say, yeah, that's not true at all. You know, someone closer to this than I am. But yeah, there's going to be like this heavyweight title fight, a lightweight title fight. You know, some people say the card's not as great as what it should be. I don't know. I'm not a massive UFC MMA fight fan, to be honest, as much as I think it is cool. You know, it's not something I spent a lot of time in, but yeah, crazy. Like sports event, birthday party, Independence Day. Presumably they're going to have a flyover.
I would think so. Probably some monster trucks as well, or so something like that.
Incredible, isn't it? And then maybe an on-site McDonald's. I don't know, something just.
I would think so. Lots of McDonald's, lots of Diet Coke.
I love it, mate.
I kind of want to make some kind of joke out of it, but it's like just the headline kind of is the joke, you know, because there's no other time in history when you picture this scenario. You know, it's like you've got you've got this celebration, you've got cage fighting on the lawn, whatever else is going off. At the same time, you've got a president who seems to be doing like really well in the stock market on some information that he may or may not have, and just all this stuff that you wouldn't have had that sort of like 30 years ago or with any other president that you can think of. And like, here it is.
Yeah, can you imagine like Barack Obama having, you know, UFC cage fighting in the garden of the White House? It's crazy. You know, it's the first time they're going to have had fighting at the White House since the British set it on fire before they had to paint it white in the first place. You know, it's been a long time, a very long time. I wonder if Conor McGregor's going to turn up like high off his tits and just sitting in the front row. It's just mad to think about. You know, I wonder, it's going to be star-studded. Presumably, there's going to be, you know, all the who's who from Hollywood are going to be there. There's former UFC fighters, like, you know, other politicians. Like, where's the line going to be drawn? Will there be former presidents there because it's you know, the 250th Independence Day thing? Like,
right.
Who knows? Is it the official celebration? I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting lineup of guests. I would assume that there'll be some music or something as well, because you're going to need some music. Maybe there'll be some bands or dodgy singers.
Yeah, yeah. Donald, if you're watching, we wouldn't mind attending the event. So if you could send Air Force One out to pick myself and Adam up from Vietnam and bring us out all expenses paid, we'll happily come and support. And in return, we will, put a positive spin on your leadership in all of our future episodes for our massive audience of 46 subscribers. So one of them is apparently Tony Blair as well. So
yeah, who'd have thought? It is kind of amazing though how UFC has changed over the years. In quite a short space of time, it's gone from something really, really on the fringe that no one really knew about, no one really thought much of, to now being a really serious, sport and huge business, to the point where it's now being on the White House.
Yeah, yeah, and I think it's one of those things. I remember when it started, it was the guys that there's these twins, I think, or brothers that are Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys, and they used to just beat everybody all the time. Because at the beginning, it was literally like all different styles of fighting coming together. So you'd have like boxers or like wrestlers and jiu-jitsu people, taekwondo, whatever, all these different things. And they'd all go in, and then eventually it was just known that the Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys just wiped the floor with everybody else because of mat work, holds, whatever, all of this stuff. I'm no expert. So now that actually did create where all of these guys do need to literally be MMA. Like it almost created it because you couldn't beat certain guys. Like you'd have a massive dude coming in and he'd just get the floor wiped with him with some smaller dude who could get him in a lock and get him to tap or whatever else. So it's almost created a whole new fighting style. And I think it's also incredible because whatever you believe, whatever you think about someone, look at Conor McGregor. He's gone from this guy who's, from nothing basically to being, it's verging on being a billionaire. I think he's like super wealthy, got yachts, whatever else. Like, and he's gone from this to that,
because he got huge amounts of money, didn't he, from various sources, including when he did that thing. Was it Floyd Mayweather that he fought against? And I can't remember how many millions he got paid for it, but it was just ludicrous.
Yeah, he literally has this massive yacht. Like I think it's like a Lamborghini yacht or something crazy that he's just rolling around on.
Of course he does.
And he's an interesting chap because he says all of that came from visualization, like as well. So if you actually listen to him or like look into some of his stuff, he's someone who sits and he has an ability to like visualize a future and like really set himself on getting to that place and doing that stuff. And you can kind of see that in the way that he operated and the way that he won his fights and did his stuff. Is like there's such a belief that it's going to end positively and that he's going to win that almost invariably, and he ended up doing so. It's quite impressive. So
which is impressive. Well, I think that's my afternoon. Just a lot of visualization about my Lamborghini yacht, and we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to it.
Become the MMA future. Yeah, I think the only way they could add
44 years old.
Well, if you visualize it, it's still possible. I think the only thing that would make this an even more entertaining event is if as a special guest prize, like the final, the secret bout that nobody is expecting is like Donald Trump against Biden in the cage.
Yeah. I was actually thinking that.
Like that would just be epic, right? They could just start it off. Or, vice presidents have to fight each other to the death. I think that would be awesome. So keep your eyes peeled for it, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming up. It's going to be in June. Probably, worth a watch. Maybe more entertaining even than the World Cup, dare I say so myself. So me and Adam will be tuning in, sat around and looking forward to watching this UFC at the White House. And if you do watch it, let us know in the comments. Give us a like, a sub, and we will see you next time. Adam.
Okay. Bye, everybody.